We were hanging out in this dive bar, me and a buddy of mine, and a guy who was on crack and looking for a hit. He said, "Hey, does anybody want to buy a car?"
Hi guys, I'm Stefan with VT, and today I'm here with the most electrifying man in all of entertainment, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne, how are you?
Good, man. Good to see you. It's
Pleasure.
always like looking in the mirror every time I see you.
So today we're going to be talking about some of the biggest firsts in your life, in your career, and in the making of Black Adam.
This is going to be good.
What was your first car?
Here we go. My first car, I was 15 years old, and I was hanging out in honky-tonk bars, country bars in downtown Nashville. And I would hang out in these bars because I looked way over 21, but I was 15 years old. We were hanging out in this dive bar, me and a buddy of mine, a close buddy of mine, still one of my best friends today. His name is Downtown Bruno. And a guy who was on crack and looking for a hit, he said, "Hey, does anybody want to buy a car?" It was one of those big body Thunderbirds, and it was right outside. And I didn't have any money, and I said, "Bruno, do you have any money?" He goes, "I got 40 bucks. I was like, "Give me the 40. And so I gave it to the crackhead. He took it, he gave me the keys, and we drove off. That was my first car. And then ironically, my buddy was following me in his car, Bruno, and then as I was driving down the road, I pull over really quickly. He thought that something was wrong. He thought I was got into an accident or something. And there was another crackhead in the back on the floor who woke up.
Can you tell us about the first time you encountered the character of Black Adam and why he meant so much to you?
I have been a DC fan my entire life. I grew up a DC boy. I love Superman. The very first time I saw my first Black Adam comic, I was moved by it because he was badass, he was really intense, and he had cool colors, black and gold, and he had brown skin. And I thought, man, I want to be him. And I remember that. That was the first time I was introduced to Black Adam. And I didn't know who Black Adam was. So that's why it's so deeply passionate for me, this particular project. And 15 long years of fighting to get this movie made and keeping this movie on track. It's one of those projects where even up until 6 months ago, we were fighting for things in the movie. And then here we are, finally. So it's really cool and very gratifying.
It's paid off.
Thank you,
Incredible
man.
film. As I said, breaks the mold of all the superhero movies out there at the moment.
Let me ask you this really quickly.
Go on.
Take 15 seconds. What'd you think of the end?
I thought it was really good.
End credits.
The end credit. Oh, you're gonna have to remind me. I can't remember the end credit scene there.
The moment.
Oh, shit, yeah. Who was your very first hero in your life?
My first hero was my dad. He was a professional wrestler. He was a jacked dude. Now, wrestlers in the 60s, 70s, and 80s were always big, some of the biggest men on the planet. But my dad was that unique blend of a hybrid of athlete and well-muscled and conditioned.
Soul Man Rocky Johnson?
Soul Man Rocky Johnson, man.
Best dropkick in the business.
Best drop kick in the business. That was my hero when I was a kid.
What was it like the first time you put on the Black Adam costume?
First time I put on the Black Adam costume was pretty empowering, man. I've had friends who have played superheroes, and we would talk about it, and they would tell me, "Oh man, it's so cool when you put on the costume." And now I understand. It's like having babies, right? When you finally have a kid, you go, now I get it.
Final question. What can viewers expect for the very first time they see Black Adam arrive in the DC universe?
They can expect disruption, rage, and they can expect ushering in a new era in the DC universe. But they can also expect to see, I think, the love and passion that I have behind this project. And I think they're going to feel that on screen.
Well, thank you very much for your time today. Thank you very much for Black Adam. And thank you for continuing to entertain the millions and millions
millions
of The Rock's fans. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure, man.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.